Hello everyone, we're back with another fun tutorial for you, and this one is for Through the Craft Room Door magazine. Today we're going to be doing some quilling and creating a pair of earrings with a matching pendant. So for this, let's take you through our tools that we need to use for quilling. First, we need to use a quilling tool which has a slot on top to insert the paper strip. Next, we'll be using a tweezer. Next, we'll be using this quilling dome board. So with this, what we can do is we can set our paper strips in the desired size. Then some liquid adhesive. For the jewelry part, we need Jumprings and some pushback accessories. We're also using a plier, a cutting plier to set the jewelry, and scissors, and our quilling strips are 3 mm strips. So we've taken them in two colors, a blue and a pink, for our combination. Now first what you need to do is take your paper strip and insert it into the slot of the quilling tool. Once in there, pinch and hold it in place with your fingers, and with your other hand rotate the quilling tool towards you. This way the entire paper strip rolls and coils around the starting point. So with that done, now remove the coil from the slot and place it into your board in the desired size and let it set. So with this, it also expands a bit to the size you need and opens up a bit. So with that, so for this one, because the earrings are going to be a little smaller than the pendant, we had cut the big strip into two and we created two smaller coils. Now for the pendant, we're going to use the entire strip and in the same way insert it into the tool and rotate with your other hand to coil it. So this, you can see, is a little longer than the previous one because we're using the complete strip and not half of it. So as you rotate, the strip coils around the slot. Once the entire strip is coiled, remove it from the slot gently and place it. Now for this one, we're just adding glue. So here you just add glue to the tip of the open end and nicely press it down to stick it to the entire piece. And then place it into the board. Now we're just picking the previous coils and sticking them as well in place. So with this, we have 3 coils ready. The next pattern that we'll be doing is a teardrop pattern. So for this, insert the quilling strip into the slot of the tool and like we've been doing before, hold it in place, rotate the tool towards you and coil the entire strip. So again, for this, for the pendant, we're going to be using the full strip. Coil it completely. Gently remove it from the slot and place it on the board for your desired size. Let it expand and then pick it out, holding the entire coil in place, and with one hand on one end pinch to achieve a pointed tip. That would give you a teardrop shape. Add some glue to one end and stick it in place. In this way, create 3 teardrops for the pendant, and in the same way, using half strips, create 3 teardrops each for the earring. So we'll quickly do this. We'll show you 1 teardrop for the earring and quickly complete this and show you how to put everything together. So we've cut the strip into half, and now the same way insert it into the slot and coil. Place it in the smaller size on the board and let it expand. Lift it and with 2 fingers pinch on one end and stick it in place. So with that we have the smaller teardrop. So I'll quickly finish this and come back to show you the assembly. For the pendant, we need an extra round coil to hold the jump ring. For this, we're using a strip cut into half and then one half again cut into half. So a quarter of the strip, and the same way creating a round coil. Let's put all our tools aside and put these pieces together. So first, this is the extra round coil that we made for the jump ring. So let's use the tweezer and insert the jump ring into it. With that done, the jump ring is inside the thing. Now let's assemble the pieces to form the pendant. So we're using the circle as a base to hold 2 teardrop shapes, and that's how the assembly is going to look. So again, using glue, let's stick the pieces together. So first add glue to the bottom of the circle and attach the teardrop. Now we're going to attach one teardrop to the center of these two teardrops. So add some glue to the base and stick it in. Now leave this as it is to dry and set, and on the finished piece you could also just add a layer of Mod Podge. So we're attaching the jump ring coil onto the pendant, but the coil is not flat like before, so this is going to be a support to chain to string the pendant into the chain. So like we were saying, you can later just give everything a coat of Mod Podge that will make it all firm and sturdy and hold it all in place. And the same way, let's attach the pieces to the earring. So in the same way, if you want the earrings to be hanging, you could create another blue coil and add a jump ring and accessorize accordingly. Over here we're just using the pushback slot, so we can directly stick it on to the back of the pink coil. So that completes the earring. Now just set this aside to completely dry. So these are the two basic patterns in quilling, the round coil and a teardrop shape. Now you could play around with this and arrange them in different ways to create different pieces. Now these can not only be used for jewelry, but you could use them on your cards as ornaments and so many other things. So with the same one round coil and 3 teardrops, this is another pattern of jewelry that we created. So like you see over here, the 3 teardrop shapes are assembled around the single coil. So with this itself, you can create multiple designs. So that completes our quick tutorial on quilling. We hope you've enjoyed this and are going to give it a try. Initially, we also thought that quilling is very difficult and not for everybody. But once you get a hang of it and once you just practice the patterns, it's really easy. So you can just go on and create multiple of these coils and teardrop shapes and then later use them to assemble a pattern. So we look forward to your creations and hope you enjoyed. Until next time, take care and bye-bye.